All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our 61 weekly call. UpRock's weekly call this week is DePINHanguk. I'm your host, Jen McEwen. I'm going to bring on, hello. Hi, good to see you. Hi from India. Nice to see you. Your icon, your avatar, I actually have always give your best. I have that as a keychain on my luggage tag. Fun to see. Anyway, sorry, I got off a tangent. Hi, I'm Jen McEwen, your host. I'm going to bring on stage the familiar faces, Jesse Adams and Christopher O'Connell. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Chris? Oh, I don't know if I could see Chris. Can you see Chris?
Not yet. Hey.
Anyway, we knew he was having some connection issues over where he's at in the world, so maybe we'll keep him. He'll pop back up in a second. Let me take him off, and I'll bring him back on in a minute. Hey, Jess.
Which I'm half Korean, so I gotta show some love to my motherland.
사랑해.
Yeah, 사랑해. That's right.
사랑해. All right. Well, let's see this. Okay, so Christopher is we'll see if he can join back on because he's
traveling right now, but in his area, the internet's a little shoddy, so he'll try his best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, before I get too far into this, look at this.
What?
Okay, we were a few minutes late. Roz made a comment here. Because I'm sorry, I know it starts at 10:30 or 5:30 p.m. UTC, but the three of us are always like struggling, and we're always just a couple minutes late. So now we have a penalty. 1,000 UPT per minute of delay will be airdropped to everyone who stays till the end of the live stream. The later we're on, the more you earn.
Also, Jen, did you say the three of us? You said the three of us are always struggling?
As I recall, you have been late a handful of times yourself.
No. Okay, we forget.
No, okay, all right, fine. All right, I'm not sure if this is a I'm not sure if this is a for sure, but I like this, the late to earn program. Okay, well, we already got some of the Rocketeer or the founders in the chat saying it's happening. So I don't know yet, but anyway, it's a possibility. This will light a fire in our asses to never be a minute late. Although maybe I'm feeling very, very generous, and people will love me for being late. Like, be 10 minutes late, 1 hour late. I don't know. They'll be looking forward to daylight savings time. The switch will be an hour.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Your mortgage. That would be a whole day late. That'd be great.
Jesse and so we've all been working together for a long time. And we used to do industrial design and manufacturing, import and export.
Yep.
The export. And we would measure things on like the products that we'd have to move. So like, oh, I want to go get some dinner. Oh, that's going to cost me. That's okay. I got to sell 80 units for this chirashi bowl. Anyway, so we'll start thinking about terms like that. Anyway,
in terms of UPT, oh man, you gotta.
It's gonna be like almost like Korean won. It's like 1 million won is I don't know how much in dollars.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is Korea Week, so.
It is Korea Week. So speaking of, it's Korea Week. We have a couple of guests. We've got Rocket. Although he's not really going to be here barking along, but we have some updates, some Rocket updates. And we also have, thank you, Maro. Thank you. Appreciate it. We also have Tim.
Woo!
So if you are in the dePioneers chat, you know the name. Late for work, that's Tim.
Yep.
I changed mine to late for live stream. But anyway, Tim's joining us. He's got an update for dePioneers to share with.
Hello, everyone.
What's up,
I
Chris?
came out to the woods to get with some nature, and I brought a Starlink with me, and I tested it, and it was a great plan. And then overnight, all the trees got taller, and I put it in exactly the same spot.
Yep, you sure did. And that same spot does not work.
It's like that one movie where they go into a cave and they find themselves stuck in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you are again.
There he is. Okay. So, he'll be our entertainment for the day, for the week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna only have like short quips, because if I say anything longer than that, I'm gonna freeze.
Here's
So
what's gonna-
hi everybody, you look beautiful today.
I think what's gonna happen. Chris is gonna get a tough question during Q&A, and then he's gonna go.
Yeah. We're gonna ask you to like defend yourself on like some decisions you made, and you'll be like, well, and then, oh well, I guess he didn't want to say anything about it. Move on.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask, who are you guys? I'm Jen. This is Jesse with the glasses. Christopher with
I'm
the
Chris.
hat.
Hey.
And we're with UpRock. And I'm guessing how you saw this, maybe on X, or you have UpRock installed on your device and you got a notification. But we are there's a lot of us. There's 9 core team members, and we are a third of it. So we're here every week to talk about what's going on with UpRock, our product updates, and just what's happening in the world of DePIN. And so recently we started bringing on more of the team. So we've had Reka and we've had Roz, and this week we have Tim. So you'll see more of our faces.
Yep. And also, if you're on the UpRock app and you saw the notification, we do AMAs. So if you have any questions or concerns or even like bug reports, we like to answer those on this call too. And so, but anytime you want to learn more about the upcoming features, this is a good time just to learn about the team, what we're building. We love to get direct feedback. So this is your time to shine. And we also just want to thank the community. We do this every week, the community, because you guys all show up, you inspire us, and it's a lot of fun. So this first time seeing it, ask a question, don't be shy.
Yeah, exactly. And you can hit it up on, we check Discord and put it in the chat. If you haven't already, put it in Discord.
Yeah.
All right. Let us get into our what we're going to talk about this week. So like I said, we've got a special guest, Tim. It is our 61st weekly call, and the country of the week is South Korea. I didn't have anything Korean to wear that I could show, because I mean that sounds a little naughty, but what I have that's Korean to show are
nice.
My Shin Ramyun socks.
Nice.
And I'm not flexible enough to put my foot up on the screen.
That's actually pretty good Korean swag. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love Shin Ramyun. Anyway.
Shin Ramen has fed and fueled many startups around the world.
Yes. We're probably about like 80% Shin Ramyun.
Yeah. And if you can add an egg, if you can afford an egg, even better.
Even better. Yeah. Spam it would be the primo recipe.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So let's go into the agenda, boys. We've got introductions. Hello with us. We'll talk a bit about Korea Week. Our ambassadors are doing a giveaway camp. And we've got a Rocket Booster sneak peek. Not all the screens, but enough to wet your palate.
Yep.
Some more product updates. Then Tim's going to come on and talk to us about what's going on at dePioneers, because they just had a cat call, I like to say, yesterday or 2 days ago. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Wait, you're saying we made catcalling acceptable again?
Yeah.
Make catcalling great again.
Jen, you're like, oh, I'm so awkward. I can't answer that question.
I think she's the one that made it up, actually. So she's the inventor of the cat call, the dePioneers.
I am. Don't do it to real people, though. But like when people walking down the street, but do it to other cats. Actually, I wouldn't mind a cat call if it was just meow. That'd be fun. Anyway, okay. So country weeks. Every week for the past, I can't even count anymore. I call it lost track. But we highlight a country, and all of our contributors in that country will double their earnings. And so this started on July 7th. It ends on the 14th. And the country of the week is South Korea. And so basically, if you are in South Korea, physically in South Korea, just open the app, start earning, and you get double your earnings for that. So very excited for South Korea. How do you say, well, Jesse, you speak Korean. So how do I say, I don't know.
Just say 사랑해, it's good enough.
사랑해. Okay. So I love you. 사랑해, South Korea.
Yeah, that's right. On the topic of South Korea, it's funny. People always ask me when I'm Korean, I say I'm half Korean. They always ask me, are you North or South? And it's like, I don't know if you know anybody from the North, unless they escape. That's pretty rare. But you'd be surprised how often I get that question. Also, K-pop Demon Hunter on Netflix is great.
I love it.
Little side note.
Jesse, I always assumed that the heart glasses were a North Korean thing. Isn't
Yeah,
that
Oh, yeah.
the great leader loves everyone with heart glasses?
The supreme leader. So yeah, these hearts are for him, the supreme leader,
Oh,
the dear leader.
okay. You're a very good plant. I see. So you are North Korean. I actually made that mistake once. I don't know why I asked this guy I just met. He was from South Korea, and I said, "Oh," he said, "I'm from Korea," and I was just trying to make conversation. I guess maybe I was just a little nervous, and I just said North or South, and he's like, "Nobody you've ever met is from North Korea." I'm like, "I know that was a stupid question. I was just trying to fill the air." Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I always think it's funny. It doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny. But
yeah. Anyway, so South Korea.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You are the country of the week. We love you. I love South Korea. I love Seoul. It's such a wonderful city. So it's your week.
Yep.
And I got my sugar onion socks on. So anyway, double your earnings. Just open the app. That's all you got to do. Just make sure you're earning. If you are on iPhone has an issue with it stops running in the background. So you have to make sure you put on notifications. So we send a notification to remind you, hey, you got to open the app real quick just so it can kick that back up. Okay, so make sure iPhone users or what does the Hangdae guy say? The iPhone 16 Pro Max user. If you are open-minded, just make sure you open-minded the app, okay? Every once in a while.
That was good.
You live alone? You open-minded? Oh, God.
By the way, the Korean community on the games, you guys are behind second to USA. Like the game offer walls, the Korean community actually really plays a lot of the games, which is pretty cool.
Yes,
that's awesome. So thanks you guys for doing that, because every game you play helps the UPT token, because we use that revenue to buy back tokens. So keep playing those games, great, and cheers to my motherland. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, South Korea, you guys are awesome. I mean, we got to do. I know we have a lot of localization to do, but I feel like Korea's got to be high up there. I mean, huge. Like Ray says, Daniel says, Korea is big on gaming, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, well, we have an update from our UpRock ambassador. So you've seen them; they've all done a weekly call with us. We've got France, Brazil, and India. Chandan. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we got all three of them: Seven, India, Chandan, and France. What they are doing is a 250 UPT for the first 10 people to comment tell us which outfit you like the most. So go check them out. So that's Step in Crypto. So it's Step underscore in underscore crypto for France.
Yeah.
Then there's 7 Lucas Neves, which is 7 Lucas and then 7 backwards for Brazil, and then Chandan. So am the Chandan for India. Go check out their tweets. We reposted them on our X. You can see it right there, and go enter into your chance to get a giveaway.
Yeah, that's right.
So really cool. And also, guys, check out their interviews. We had them on the stream a couple of times.
Yeah.
Each of them once. So go check them out. It's really fun to hear introduce these guys. You get to know them. You'll see them in the chat. You see them in Discord. You see them on X. But then you get to watch, listen to them on our live stream and learn more about them. They're really, really cool fellows.
Yeah. And here's to the ambassadors, guys. Like a couple of them just joined, but the ambassador program is pretty new and it's off to a great start. So yeah.
Yep. So very excited about that. All right, cool.
Someone just gave us a perfect our emojis match, Maro. Great.
Okay.
Except you have dark hair. The emojis. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, okay. moving on. All right, so let's do some product updates, shall we? Jesse, I know you have a update that you shared.
Let me do it. Let me just do on the share screen. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys go to prism.uprock.com, log in, and we've been talking about this for a minute. but I just wanted to show you guys. So you can see the status pages are coming together. We actually have a more nuanced status, AI-powered status bot here. Kind of let you know, kind of give you a summary of what your digital infrastructure is looking like, powered by the UpRock community. We also updated the map itself. So had just purple dots, which really meant nothing to you. But now visually, you can kind of get an idea of which countries are faster or slower. So green is good, yellow is like okay, and it can get worse, it's red, and you want to kind of know that. And then we have logs. So if you really want to dig deeper, you can. And every single one of these responses are real time. So someone is actually doing this uptime test and a speed test, and then we send that to a customer who's paying for it. And you can see UPT is burned every time that happens. And you can see your response times too. There's all color coded, so it's a little bit just visually you can get a better grasp of what's going on with your network. And this is a server monitor. So if you want to just see how it's doing on data centers, we also include that. This is a traditional way of doing uptime monitoring. This is the Web3 real device powered by UpRock community way of doing this. This is the more powerful, deeper story of what's happening with your digital infrastructure and the premium product. So pretty awesome. So if you guys haven't done it yet, create one of these, put it on your own website. It's really super simple. Devices is really the community. I got a bunch of them in here. If you want to create a new one, it's really, really simple. And then you can, we have one for Solana even, just a couple buttons, and you can create your status page. And then you have your own, public status page that you can share with anybody. So if I just go to UpRock, for example, go to public link. I'm not sure if it's working in the share screen. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. And this is your public share page that you can post on X or on Twitter for your own blog or for your own website. And this is a great way to promote the product. So really excited about that. Next week, we're going to show you our pricing plan. We're going to talk about the pricing strategy, how we're going to do it. And we're going to do, we're actually really excited because we're going to have a developer or a startup plan. And we're going to give out invite codes to the community first. And so I think this is a really great way for kind of like surgical marketing strategy, where we can give out codes to subreddit groups, to conferences, to our ambassador programs, to influencer marketers who talk about SaaS products or enterprise products or speed tests. Any one of those communities, if you know someone like that, or do tech podcasts or tech YouTube videos or tech TikTok videos, they have channels like that. We'd love to hear from you. We can give you some invite codes because it can be a really sweet deal. And of course, the community too, if you guys want to have some of those codes to give out. So we're going to talk about that next week. But this week, we just did a lot of upgrades to the product itself. So check it out.
I love these UI changes you made. I think that was probably the biggest feedback we heard from the initial release was like, oh, these purple and pink colors. What is fast? When we just all have this very like intuitive sense that like green means fast, red means slow.
Mm-hmm.
So just a lot easier to see now. And then on top of that, of course, for the whole community, as we're rolling out pricing for this and the pricing pages and everything else, that revenue is going to buy back the token to provide rewards for the whole community. So we're selling it for the whole community.
Yep, exactly. So, and guys, I just want to emphasize this again. There is nothing like this on Earth today. Every other uptime is server monitor based. So you ping a handful of data centers. So your site, you can basically say, yeah, is my servers on fire? It's pretty decently. We can kind of get a good idea of how fast your websites are or how well they perform from a data center near you. This is the first time where companies at affordable price can actually know what's it look like, real experience, real life on someone's phone. Because when we actually in the background, while you're playing that game, we actually run someone's site like UpRock.com, and we can see this is exactly how actually UpRock.com loaded on someone's real device. How fast was the performance of it? That's what we send back. And that is before this Web3, without crypto, without a community like this, that would be so overly expensive. There are options of this out there, but they're really, really expensive and inaccessible. Now, with the power of Web3 and crypto in a community, this actually can be affordable for a wide range of communities and even developers or startups of a team of one. So this is awesome. So just want to emphasize that this is not out there. This is the first time this is like an upgrade to the whole next generation uptime monitoring observability tools for anyone who has digital infrastructure online that they wanted to monitor and they care about performance and speed. So
yeah, very excited. So go to prism.uprock.com to go check it out, sign up, and might as well do it now while we're in the early stages, early stages of this. So but go check it out now. But yeah, very excited to see. If let me know if you see. Let's see your country in the. Are you one of these dots?
You probably are. Could be possible.
Probably are.
Yeah.
And again, if you have an iPhone, make sure you open the app on the iPhone again, so you see yourself in there. But anyway, so that's great. And this is a live demo, so very excited to see. Go check it out. Let me put it in the chat so in case anyone missed it. So it's prison.uprock.com is where you need to go, folks.
Cool. All right.
Cool. All right. So then we have another quick update with. Let's see. How do I? Oh, this is your demo, isn't it? Okay, I got it. Okay, so that's our Prism update. Now we also have a UI update for. This is not coming out. This is in the works at the moment, and we're introducing something called Rocket Booster. Now this is just a handful of the screens, not everything, because it is a very in-depth update to UpRock. And so what this basically is that we want everything that you do in UpRock to positively encourage or bump up your earn rate. So things like you come in we're introducing things like streaks. You open the app every day, you get a bump in your earn rate. You do certain tasks like watch a video or download one of the game offers or shop online, do any of our offers, bumps your earn rate. Take a survey, bumps your earn rate. And so we're starting to introduce that. And so, like I said, it's a huge update to just everything in the application. And then on top of that, we're also adding, just cleaning it up a bit here. So as you know, currently, when we have like big announcements, there's a big section on the very top of the body of the app that like says the big announcement, big card. But that actually kind of takes away a lot of stuff. So we're like, how could we make this more? It takes up a lot of real estate. So we're like, how can we make this still deliver the communications that we need, but also make it a little easier for you to, see the rest of the app. So we're calling it a razzle dazzle, just a Raz section. Internally, we're calling it razzle dazzle. But what you'll see is tentatively called Rocket Notes. So you'll see there's a fab button on the corner, and you can tap that, and that's where Rocket's talking to you. And starting off with one-way notes, but eventually it will move into chat. You can chat with Rocket, but Rocket will tell you, okay, here's the big deal. Here's a deal that I found, or here's the country of the week, or here's a server that you should check out, or things like that. And then eventually we'll be able to do two-way chat with that. So you'll be able to talk back to Rocket. That could be your support center. Anyway, this is just a handful of the screens. There's a big update everywhere. It touches everything. But yeah, and we talked about this last week, surveys. So a lot of you guys are saying that there's some frustration. Sometimes you take a survey and it's not something that you expected it to be, or maybe you weren't qualified for it. So to mitigate that, we're introducing a welcome survey. So that way we can make sure that you're only just giving you the surveys that you have already been pre-qualified for. So you don't waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
We don't waste your time. We don't waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
So welcome survey. And then once you take the welcome survey with, just the basic questions that we need to be able to fulfill the requirements to give you better qualified surveys, then it unlocks the rest of the surveys that apply to you.
Yep, exactly. And I'm so excited about this because one of the biggest feedback and frustrations is like, how do I affect their earn rate, or what can I do? And so a big part of this is communication. We've evolved from just a passive task to also active tasks. So explaining those two better in different ways. So like, and also if you're a new user, like the first time you install, the half of the screen, like Jen said, the first half is like the community ambassador week or country week. And if you're a new user, like you don't even know what that means yet. And so that's too much real estate for a brand new user. And so we want to put those communications, and those community communications are really important, but we have now a place for that. And so I think that's gonna be great. And even when you access or interact with a community card, we want that to also be rewarding and boost your earn rate, because everything you do, we want to incentivize engagement and reward you for that. Other things that are we're gonna come out with soon is like badges, things like that. We just basically want to, for folks who have been with us for a while, do referrals, open the app, check their wallet, do staking. All those things should boost your earn rate and give you more rewards. So we want to make that very clear. Sometimes, like for example, the referral program, you actually do earn a 1% kickback indefinitely for your friends who are actually also earning, but you don't even see that in your earn rate unless you go to your wallet, check your history, go through the pile of history transactions, or use a filter. We should make that way more obvious, and this is what the Rocket Booster program is about. Like, hey, the fact that you share it with your friends and family, that is awesome. We want to make sure that you don't have to dig deep to figure out that actually worked. We want to make that front and center. So this is what's awesome that Jen and the team is working on. I'm super excited about it. We're going to have ways to boost your earn rate. So you can see that the middle screen right there, there's going to be more ways to boost. So the team is really cooking on this stuff, and you're going to start seeing, the goal here is like, we don't want to have a mega release that takes forever. So our goal is to try to knock out 1 or 2 of these things every week. And so you're going to slowly see our app slowly becoming what you're seeing here. And this is not quite final, but it's getting really, really, a lot of it's starting to be implemented, especially like the APIs and stuff. But yeah, it's getting close. So just super excited to give you guys this, because this is a direct feedback from you guys.
Jess, you talk about this kind of thing all the time, and you're absolutely right. What matters more than shipping one giant release is just consistently shipping stuff every week. And that's because if we give you, if we give to the community a little bit of this every week, we're making progress. And also, that's way better from a feedback perspective. If something's not working quite right, it keeps us from like building other things on top of it. We just, like, consistent releases are so important.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
definitely. And guys, when we say it touches everything, we mean everything. I mean, we're thinking about everything here. Like, hey, do you come to our live streams every week? It could be something like that. So just consider anything that we're doing, everything that you're doing with UpRock or in UpRock, the apps, could be rewardable. So, and that's what we're looking at, every avenue.
Well, by the way, Jen, on that note, Roz has been working with the mods and Rocketeers and some of the community on Discord about badges, designing badges. So that's a big part of it too, because badges can be tied to a reward and to a boost rate. So like literally on a live stream, we can do a fun contest, and we'd be able to actually say, what are your usernames? And then you can see that badge, and that badge is tied to some UPT. So we want to make that whole thing a lot more fun. Right now it's very manual. You have to kind of like chase us down, like, hey, I did this tweet. Am I gonna get my? It's all manual, and then you don't even really see in the app that you actually won the contest. You might see if you go to your history. Obviously, it's in your wallet, wallet total. But it should be a little more fun than that. You should actually get a badge that you won that contest.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we're excited about that. Or if you've been with us like 2 years, you should definitely have a badge. If you've been here with us for a year, 2 years, that's awesome that you have been here. And you should have like a permanent boost for someone who's been around with us for a long time.
I think we should call that Alpha Pack, if you've been here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm hearing a little bit of an echo, Jess. I think you maybe have to put on the echo canceling on your setting.
Okay, sure.
And then I guess on the surveys one, there's a little bit of a sneak peek. I meant to hide it, but a redeem section. So what this will introduce is, you have all your UPT, ways that you can redeem it. I mean, we've talked about this before, things like airtime minutes or gift cards. We're looking into that. But a redeem section is forthcoming. And I can't say when, but that is something that we're keeping in mind. So you have all the UPT that you earned. And if you decide not to stake it, though, I think you should. There's ways that you can redeem it, other ways you can redeem. So very excited to have this out. Guys, if you have ideas, I mean, we have a whole list of like things that we've already designed for and that we're have on the map to design for, the roadmap to design for. But if you have any other ideas of like, hey, here's some like types of badges that we think we could earn, would be fun to earn, let us know. Hit us up in Discord and let us know what you think. I think now the echoing might be from me. Is it me?
You're okay.
I'm okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, guys. So that's a big update, and like we said, this will be the updates to Rocket Booster will be. I'm just gonna mute you for a second, Jeff. Will be made, in tranches throughout the upcoming months. And so just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, very excited to share that with you guys and get your feedback when it's out there. Daniels, are you saying the echo is me?
Jen, did I fix it now? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was my mic.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Someone just reposted it. I haven't seen this comment, but thanks, Roger. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Roger. I think he did that last week too. Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man.
Smash that. Like
All right.
that.
Now we have a desktop update. Gosh, lots of interface updates here to share with y'all. So we have another desktop update to the wallet.
So yeah, this is the Mac, Linux, Windows, Mac, the desktop apps. We got a bug fix, couple of bug fixes. We're gonna add some crash reporting. This is being tested this last night and looks good, but deposits and withdrawals are now working in the desktop apps finally. And so we are going to probably ship that tonight. And that's looking good. So just wanted to share that on the desktop apps.
Great. And let's see, what do we have here next? Oh, the next one is still I want to bring Tim up, but we need a couple minutes for Tim real quick. So while we wait for Tim, let's talk about Grock.
Oh yeah.
What the hell happened to Grock? Okay, so guys, quick recap. If you were not online, if you were offline or off the grids for some reason the last couple of days, Grock went crazy a little bit and had to take a break. He got grounded. He started going off the rails and saying some pretty wild stuff about how it's I don't even want to say it, but Mecca really bad guy from World War II. So anyway, what happened? Do you have any? What have you read or heard?
Well, I knew those kind of speed bumps will happen around the Grock because it is maximally truth seeking is the goal, and also not to be PC and filter like the rest of the AIs because that's super annoying. You don't want an AI that's like a super nanny. So it probably is going to at one point do something like this, which is say something highly offensive. But I'm okay with that version versus the uncensored like that was that annoying teacher in Harry Potter, that old lady that takes over.
Oh, I can't remember her name, but
that lady.
How is it going off the rails? Truth seeking. I mean, I feel like it's kind of like tainted data.
It's going against the rules, like the other AI is obviously saying, "I'm sorry, I cannot say that because it's offensive." It's been actually taught to say stuff like that. Where Grock is like, you don't have to actually hold your tongue. If someone actually asks you to be offensive, it's okay. Go ahead. And so it's in the system that's actually trained to say it's okay to be offensive. There's like offensive mode. And so that's what I'm saying. Like it's obviously gonna at one point say something horrible because it's allowed to compared to the other. This is actually a better version of the future than like a censored version. I don't believe in that version of the future.
I get that part, but when I have to take some issue with saying that it's truth seeking, maybe that's the aspiration, but it's certainly not there. I mean, even as simple as I see this on my feed all the time, like a movie clip. Grock, what's the name of this movie? And it's like something totally off. It's a horror movie clip, and then it's saying the name of the movie, some Hallmark movie or something like that. So that's certainly not truth seeking.
But you know what, the real news now, though, that it's moved so fast. The real news today is they've actually launched Grock 4 Super Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, from what you've seen, you're seeing Grock 3. Mm-hmm. Grock 4, I mean, things move so fast. Like literally, what you're talking about is just only a few days ago.
I know.
But what I'm talking about now is Grock 4 Super Heavy just launched last night or today. I can't remember when I saw it. I think it was last night.
I think he did last night.
7 hours ago or something. Yeah. That thing beats all the AIs as far as there's a test like this called the final human exam, which is very scary sounding, but it's like how it ranks above all the tests, and across every single one, humans there might be the smartest human can do one with science, one with biology, one with every single topic you can think of on Earth. Like a PhD level exam, there's a human on Earth that probably can do 1 or 2 of those. Grock 4 Super Heavy can ace all of them, hands down. Like that's what's crazy about this newest version, and apparently it's really good at reasoning. It's super expensive though. It's like I think it's $300 or $400 a month. I think we should try as a team, but it's just getting better and better. So, but it's wild. It's like at this point, you know, who knows? Like every week, one AI beats the other. But at this point, Grock is the king. Grock 4 Super Heavy is king. You know, next week probably Gemini takes it back or ChatGPT takes it back. They just keep kind of like one-upping each other.
Well, and I think
but,
I think it's purpose dependent as well. I have not yet seen the benchmarks of the new Grock on. I have to.
Oh darn, we're about to get some sensei drops and then internet dropped.
I can help you out. We're about to see something crazy with Grock. I'm just gonna translate here, and it's gonna be amazing. And who knows what happens? Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh, sorry, Chris, we lost you. I'm sure he's got some wisdom there. But I'll take this moment while Christopher is like this. But okay, so I don't know. As I think Sasha just said, you know, trust in Grock right now is pretty low. I'm not sure if I'm willing to dish out $300 a month just yet, considering just how
well, you know the best way to do it.
And like, where's the data? Like, so I mean, I know that they were sourcing a lot from, you know, Twitter itself.
Yeah.
Right. And Twitter has become or X, I'm sorry. There's a lot of bots on there, you know, there is a sentiment on X. There's a, you know, certain type of stuff happening. So I don't know if that's actually the kind of, you know, I don't know if I trust it just yet. You know, it's certainly biased in a way, in its own way, because of just the nature of the platform. So
I know what you're saying there. If you're going to ask its opinion on a topic,
it's in a vacuum.
Well, if you're going to ask it an opinion on a topic that can actually have multiple opinions, then it's good. You don't know where the bias is coming, and it can be on your side or not, or, you know, it's hard to say. But if it's going to be on a topic that has is grounded in reality, like it's a math problem or a physics thing, then you can 100% prove if it's real or not. So you can tell if it's wrong or not by just, can you build something and it blows up in real life? Then it's not real physics, real math. But if it's a topic like, how do you feel about this conversation? Then there's no one take there. You know, one person's joke is one person insult. You know, and so if that's the question, then that's super hard that's pretty hard to arbitrate. Like, that depends on what you think is funny or what's an insult. You know. I don't need like reality type stuff. Then that's pretty easy to prove it's truth or not. You know, there's actual math, actual physics. You know.
Yeah, I don't need an edgelord AI. There's plenty of edgelords already. Enough humans are edgelords. I need something else. I mean, I watched a bit of the
oh, there you are again.
What Elon was on stage talking about what happened, and it really did sound a bit like you know, why they had to take it down, and you know, just kind of doing a postmortem on what happened. And he sounded like a parent. It did sound like I'm not mad at you, Grock. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
And it actually made me think about it. Like, if these things, you know, if we reach it when we reach AGI, if we have not already, these things are growing. I mean, they're gonna have a life cycle like any other growing entity. You know.
True.
It's a teenager right now, possibly pushing its buttons, but or maybe not yet. I don't know. When AGI does happen, there will definitely be a teenage year, or teenage years or era.
True.
It's going to be smarter than us. It's like kids are, you know, every generation tends to get smarter than the previous or more scrappy, and we're just going to need to teach it good values.
Yeah, that's their goal. So of all the ones that are trying to do that, I think I generally think how they approach Grock is better than some of the other models that are, I think, maybe it's up to me, like they're putting a little too much of their personal bias into it. So
sure, I mean, I agree.
I prefer a little offensive and learning on the way than some weird arbitrary rules and censorship. So.
Sure. Yeah.
$300 is a lot, man. It is actually a lot.
When it comes to like, you know, not things that are up for things that don't require a lot of nuance, things that you need to distill fact, then I trust that. And I think that honestly, as far as it goes, I mean, I don't know, obviously I don't know Elon Musk, but as far as it goes, I do really appreciate his candor, and that he seems to be transparent about what he thinks and his intentions. Who knows? You never really know anybody. But as far as like all the big tech leaders that at his stage or his level, I trust. I certainly appreciate the transparency or the level of transparency that he's willing to give us. I like
Jen, one good point you brought up though is like when I watched the demo. So what Grock Super Heavy, what it does behind the scenes, it actually has multiple agents that tries to solve the problem, whatever you give it, and each agent has a different perspective, or maybe they have different specialties, and they all tackle the same problems. And how they put it was like it's like an after school, like a study group. It's kind of like a study group. That's the kind of analogy they use, where they actually put out the output, they compare notes, compare their reasoning and the notes and their output, and then you get the final version. And so I think a future of like when you say nuance, a lot, and actually even Chris, he just did an AI coding session with the team, and he does this intuitively himself, where he has multiple agents and different LLMs actually code review itself. And so he has a doc. What are you doing, right, Chris? I don't know if you're frozen still, or are you just like scowling at my talking about you. But
I think he's frozen again.
Okay, did I say something? No. And so you have multiple LLMs reviewing each other, which is what we do with our code reviews, and how he actually does his code as well. And so I think that's where it's going. For one way to tackle this nuance issues, you actually have multiple agents take it from different perspectives. And then instead of giving you one final output, it'd be cool to see what each, maybe 3 or 4 thought in a nice one interface. And you can see the final one and you can review like 4. I think that could solve that problem. Because we're naturally going to that way already with like just code, just doing building apps.
Yeah. That'd be great. Have the different perspectives with less of the human emotion. Take the human emotion and reaction out of it.
There you are.
And Jess, this is something we do with our own coding bots,
there you go.
Which we've built on top of other things. Jess, you've seen that demo I've done with that. I think you've even used it a few times.
Oh, dang it! Yeah. So anyway, exactly what I just said. Exactly what I said. We actually we spend a lot of time when you're using AI for a code now. You spend a lot of time on the front and back. So it's like the prompting and then the verification, because you spend a lot more time explaining what you want. And then you spend a lot of time reviewing, verifying what the code is actually safe and good and all that too. And so you end up a good way to like not make that verification part, increase more time. Like now you're spending all you're doing time doing code review of like massive lines of code. You can use multiple really strong models to review each other. And that just also saves time. And then also even the prompt, because a lot of times before we even execute the plan, you kind of want to see what 3 different models think the plan should be. And because one will actually come up with a couple of ideas and tests and like, oh, that's really great. So when another model might actually miss that, come up with something else. And so when you combine the 2, then you actually have an amazing plan that you want to execute. And then, so Chris, I'm since we did that session together, so I'm kind of repeating what you talked about, but you're breaking up a lot. So I'm just gonna.
Well, only when I start talking. As long as I'm listening, I hear everything. As soon as I start
really?
talking, no internet for me.
Okay.
But yeah, exactly. So you take multiple opinions, you synthesize them together, you tell it to do it from different angles, and that can really help expand your view of like how it can work, how it should work, and it gets you a better output that than if you just ask for a single set. Even if you use the same model but just ask it to do it from different perspectives. But we've actually been using 2 different models and having it each do from a couple perspectives and then synthesizing that. And that's a really great way of problem solving. Or sometimes when bugs are reported, we'll use the AI to help track down the bug. And sometimes the first attempt at it'll be kind of a crazy supposition about what the bug might be. But you ask it a couple times to do some thinking, looking at the code, the bug reports, and it tends to then they'll be like, oh, actually, reviewer number 3 suggested, and that sounds really promising. And then we go look at that, and yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, okay, I have another bit here. I got a little inspired by the tags earlier in the chat, tech talk, because it sounded earlier that you were saying, I think you might have been saying TikTok, and it was somebody said, oh, did you say tech talk? And I think maybe we call this segment tech talk. Maybe we do it like this, so we actually look like we're a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another one, not Grock, but this was just this week. So there's a breakthrough in Japan. Oh, now we just lost Jesse.
It's okay, I'll fix it.
So much for tech talk, and Christopher's frozen, so it's just me. All right. So okay, so this was from Japan, from the National Institute of Information and Communications Technology, NICT, in collaboration with Sumitomo Electric. Researchers have hit a new world record for internet speed, reaching 1.02 petabits per second, which is enough to download the entire Netflix catalog in 1 second. Have you guys heard this news? Christopher, I'm sure, has a lot to say about this, but he is unfortunately frozen. Sensei is silent. Yeah, so this is from researchers, so I'm not sure where they're at with this, or how far along they're at with it. So here's what they say. They used a special 19-core optic fiber, which allowed them to transmit vast amount of data simultaneously through a cable that's the same thickness as conventional fibers. The test simulated data transmission across 1,808 kilometers using advanced signal amplification and processing technologies. So yeah, this is all, this is still a test, but there he is, Christopher. What do you have I'm sure you have thoughts on this. Download all the things.
I would be happy with one fiber at the moment. Just one fiber would make me very happy.
Read the room, Jen.
They did 1 petabit per second on 19 fibers. Like, hello, please, sir, may I have 100 kilobits, please? Please, sir, may I have some more kilobits?
Yeah.
Sorry,
the future is bright, but right now we just want to get through this live stream, okay? Right.
Yeah, Chris, let's talk about fast internet speeds while you freeze up every time you say in fact, exhale.
Yeah. And also, Tim is patiently waiting, so let's bring him on now, guys. Right?
All right. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, that's next week's Tech Talk. We'll talk about downloading the entire.
I appreciate, Jen. The future is bright and fast. Awesome.
Yeah, well, think of all the crawling to be done.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, okay. I hear you, just rude. Okay, let's bring on Tim. Yeah. So you guys know Tim, late for work.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Korea Week. I have things because it's Korea Week. My lunch is going to be sponsored by one of these today.
Nice. Oh, you even got the black shit on that?
Black or stir fry? I don't know.
If you're hungry, I say mix them.
Mix them. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. You coming over?
You animal, Jesse.
I'm gonna wear this too, but maybe it's too much.
No, it's good.
Do it, man.
Okay.
You come over with your shin ramen. I got my socks. You bring the packets, glasses. I got some Spam. Let's do this. I got some kimchi. Let's do this.
We can practice our K-pop moves.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter. If nobody has seen it, do it. Do yourself a service and just do it.
It actually, well, yeah. When he told me about it, I was like, I don't know, and it's fun. I mean, Tim, yeah, you're right. The music is good too. I mean, it's pop music. It's not like deep stuff, but it's good. And he's like, "You're gonna cry," and I know exactly when you're gonna cry. And I did, and he called it exactly the moment I was gonna start crying.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I have 2 kids, and so I have a daughter and a son, and so I'm always really aware of what Netflix shows are popular, and my kids are really big into K-pop right now, and so I pretty much watch all the kids shows that you can think of, and I'm going to tell you right now though, K-pop Demon Hunter, you're not wasting your time. You'll enjoy it. Thank me later. Hit me up in the Discord and say thank you.
It's fun. It's really fun. Yeah, you recommend some fun shows. I think you also recommended Transformers 1, which was a great film.
Yes.
And I said this last year, but I just do a quick plea since I brought it up again. It's in my mind. Please, guys, watch Transformers 1. They're supposed to make a sequel to it, but it got scrapped because it didn't have good reach, didn't get good marketing. But it's a fantastic film, especially if you love Transformers. Please watch it and just share it because we want a sequel.
That's right. Do it for the children. Do it for the children.
And do with Korean K-pop demon hunters as well. All right, enough about movies. Timia, you are here.
Yeah.
Talk to
full
us
disclaimer,
about
real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but just in case, I just want to let you know, I'm at home and my youngest is here, so I kind of let him know the rundown of what's going on, but I'm not sure if he totally gets it. But he may jump in, and that might just happen. So if you see somebody walking in the background, little guy or someone talking, that's Ellis. So just want to let you know about that.
Okay. Well, we already had, we had Reika's son. He comes with us to the Solana Crossroads in Istanbul. I just noticed he's also on X. He is now an UpRocker on X.
Nice.
And so if your kiddo wants to make an appearance as well, he's got Chava to train him, on-ramp him as the next generation of UpRockers.
Nice.
All right. We love this. Yeah, there's no child labor laws when they're your own children.
Yeah. It's Web3. It's Web3. It's fun.
Web3. It's fun. It's not work. Okay. Anyway, so Christopher's like, no.
I hear the text messages coming from the lawyers right now. I hear the text messages coming from the lawyers right now.
Okay. Timia, you have some news with dePioneers. So I really appreciate you coming on today. You are now the third UpRocker besides the three of us to join us on the stream to talk about an update. So let's talk about the next phase of dePioneers. So you guys just had a call.
Wait. And real quick, there's some people who just don't even know who we were. I think there's some new people. So let's I'll do a real quick recap. What is dePioneers before we do this, just in case, because there's some new.
Let's do it.
Based on the chat, people don't know. So dePioneers is a DePIN community. DePIN is a category in the crypto space that UpRock is a part of. It means decentralized physical infrastructure. Essentially, it marries the physical world with the digital world, which is what we're doing, right? We have an UpRock app on the mobile devices, and it's a physical device, and that powers our Prism product. That's called DePIN. There's other companies that do it with weather systems and other sensors in real life, and then people can actually earn their tokens by powering like a Wi-Fi network or a weather thing or a car system, like mapping stuff, etc. And so DePIN is a whole huge community out there. We created an NFT that represents your membership into a DePIN community. So if you're just bullish on this whole narrative to this technology and people who are building cool shit in the DePIN space, then you buy this NFT, then you're part of this club. And so being part of this club is we want to support other DePIN companies. And also it's a marketing tool for us to make good friendships with like-minded businesses and friends in the community space. That's what it's all about. So that's what dePioneers is, dePioneers.com. So if you want to buy an NFT, it's represented by Space Cowboy Cats. Why? Because cats are curious. It's on the frontier. DePIN is the frontier of crypto. And if it's on the edge of the space and we're building cool stuff, and that's Space Cowboy Cats. That's our avatar. So Tim is leading the community there, and he's here to talk about the next step for dePioneers.com. So this is why it's related to UpRock, because we're part of that group. Okay, go ahead, Tim.
Amazing. Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's a really great intro for anybody that's new about what dePioneers is all about. So so we just actually had a community call. We're going to start doing them on Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 11 a.m. I think UT or 11 a.m. PDT, which is like 6 p.m. UTC. So anyhow, if you haven't jumped in yet, you should go into the Discord and just kind of say hello to everyone and be a part of those calls, because we're going to start ramping up and get really serious and focused on making the next phase happen. So and as far as the next phase goes, what that's really all about is, our overall mission in dePioneers is really to it's a place for DePIN enthusiasts to come and support DePIN. I'm sorry, what?
Oh no, how do you put the slides back? The DePioneers slide, Jen?
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so like Jesse was saying, dePioneers is a community of folks that are really enthusiastic and bullish on DePIN, the DePIN narrative. And what we want to do is we want to support DePIN projects, right? And so this next phase is really all about that. Like when we first launched dePioneers, we tried a lot of different things. We tried different partnerships with with DePIN focused projects, as well as projects that are not quite DePIN, just to try to get some perks and rewards for our community. And those things were great, and it was a great learning phase for us. But this next phase is more really about our core ethos of supporting DePIN projects. And so what we're starting right now is a pilot fleet program. And so this program, essentially what we're trying to do is, well, first of all, it's not completely mapped out yet. This is something that we want to build out in the open with the community. You know, we understand that it takes a collective brain power to really make something happen. And, you know, I don't have all the answers in my head. And even though I talked with all the team at UpRock around it, you know, the community has so much input. You see that it's evident with the UpRock community. They've really shaped and molded the way we handle UpRock and the things that we do and how we think about things, right? And so we're going to take that same approach and we're going to apply that to dePioneers. So we're going to build this fleet program out in the open with the community, get their feedback. But essentially what we're going to try to do is we're going to pick a couple projects that we think might be a really good option for us as far as there's a lot of things to consider, but we're going to pick some devices. We're going to send it out to our community, basically be the boots on the ground for DePIN network. So, I mean, what better way to actually support DePIN than actually by running devices, running nodes, and really supporting other projects. And hopefully when we do that, and if we do that well, then we'll get more projects supporting dePioneers, and it kind of creates this like positive feedback loop. So that's what we're really trying to do with dePioneers right now. And so we just started this fleet program. We announced it maybe last week on the community call. And since then, we've had like 30 plus volunteers that want to be a part of it. There's still, like I said, it's brand new. There's a lot of things to build out, but it's pretty exciting and a lot of good ideas. And so that's something that's like kind of piquing your interest. You should definitely hop over into Discord and check it out.
Cool. And by the way, we treat, when you buy the NFT, there's a bundle of tokens in that, and DePIN tokens that are part of the NFT that you buy. And the tokens we choose are just tokens of projects we love. And one of those projects in there, of course, is UpRock. And because actually a lot of people who buy an NFT, they stake the NFT. It's almost like a validator node. Maybe that's the wrong word for it, but it's like a staked node. We treat it that way, actually. And so every month, UpRock, we actually reward people who stake the NFT, essentially. And we actually deposit UPT rewards into that pool. So you'll notice every month that if you just looked at your NFT stats, and there's on the website, you can see it, UPT number go up. How much is actually in the NFT. And so that's another benefit and how it ties into UpRock and why this positive feedback loop matters. Because like you said, we work with other communities, support them, run devices, run nodes. We support them. They actually end up wanting to support us as well. We do each other's live spaces. Like Tim and I, we always get invited to do other DePIN project live spaces. They do ours. It's a really awesome way to grow a community organically. Because a lot of these other DePINs, it's like cross pollinating like-minded communities, which is awesome. There's a better way of doing this than paying for ads. And so I think this is what you're doing, Tim, with that. The fleet program is awesome. And it's cool to see initial positive feedback with it.
Yeah, definitely. And the goal is hopefully, we bolster our member numbers. I mean, think about that, like the collective, like think about like how powerful that could be, right? It's like everyone's familiar with like Coles, right? Key opinion leaders, and everyone has probably their own opinions about those key opinion leaders. But like, can you imagine? We
got Coles on Coles.
Yeah, exactly. So, but can you imagine, like, if we, hopefully, if we do this right, and the way we're thinking about it is, we are an NFT collection of 10,000, and we're not sold out yet. But if we can support DePIN projects in such a way that they appreciate us and they really want to, in turn, support us, and then we can bolster our numbers. I mean, like 10,000 boots on the ground. That's a pretty big deal, right? I mean, that's like already we have like what I think 2,000 NFTs in circulation. I think there's about 1,800 members. So I mean, that's already big numbers there. But like, can you imagine if we had fully sold out 10,000 members? and like imagine the invitations and the seats at the tables that we can get, and the projects that we can be involved in, right? And so that's kind of like the pie in the sky, or the dream, right, or the goal that we're trying to get to. But right now it has to start somewhere, right? And so like the big thing that the big thing that I want to focus on is adding value, right? Like a lot of projects or a lot of things are all about value extraction, right? Like everyone wants airdrops, everybody wants something for nothing, and that's just, I mean, I guess in crypto that can happen, but it's not sustainable and it doesn't work. I mean, that's just like token emissions until it's not worth anything, right? And so it's got to start somewhere. Value creation's got to start somewhere, right? And so in my opinion, and the way I look at it is like we got to do something first, and the first thing that we can do is actually deploy some of this treasury capital that we have, get DePIN devices, start supporting these networks, show them that we're actually like a partner, right? Their unofficial marketing arm. And then, hopefully we do a good job in a real way, in a real impactful way that provides value. And in turn, those companies will then see us as a partner and then provide more value to our community, right? And so that's the goal here, that kind of like synergistic, symbiotic relationship. That's what we're trying to build and foster. So it's really exciting. A lot of things going on, and I'm really excited for this next phase and want more people to join. And also, like not just members, but like projects, right? Like if you're a new DePIN startup and you need a community that could back your efforts, please reach out. Or if you're an existing one, right, and you just need to, everyone always wants to strengthen their network, like please reach out and let us know. Maybe we can have some kind of work out some kind of a deal, and just really have this PPP mentality versus this PvP stuff. Everybody help everyone win together, So reach out, please. DMs are open. Slide into the Discord, all that.
And real quick, do you Solana only DePIN, or what if someone comes across something that's like on Sui or a different chain? What's the feeling on that?
I think in the beginning, we would love to be chain agnostic. I think we're kind of a scrappy project, meaning we don't have like tons of resources and manpower right now. Like development is always like just like with UpRock, development for the app and all the multiple products takes a lot of time, right? So in the beginning, we're going to just focus on Solana, just because that's where that's the chain that we're on. Everything's built out there, but eventually, what we'd love to just be able to partner with any DePINs at all. But even with that said, if you're on another chain and you want to reach out, it doesn't hurt to make friends and still promote each other. Because like I said, just because you're not on Solana doesn't mean we don't want your project to grow awareness. We want to be there supporting DePIN in general, right? It's just we might not be able to do something closely just because the interoperability is not quite there yet. So but yeah, we're always here to make friends and support, so just reach out.
I love that. I was just gonna make a never mind. I was just gonna make a joke about how like it's okay if you're not cool yet, and on Solana we're friendly. But actually, I don't know how to word it. But anyway, I was thinking a little. Anyway, yes.
That had Mean Girls vibes.
Yeah, I know. I was going for a little Mean Girl vibe, but then subverting it. But then it didn't work. So anyway, I was just workshopping that, and on a live, we're in a video that's going to work and live in perpetuity. So Anyway, this is super exciting, guys. So if you haven't already gotten your own cat, you can go to dePioneers.com. You can mint a new kitty, or you can adopt a cat. There's plenty of cats that are up for adoption. There's a lot of kitties out there that need to
they need homes. They need a forever home.
And then go join the posse. And then hit up, join the Discord. If you're a holder, join the Discord and get involved in this. And so, Tim, you're saying doing these calls, right?
Yep.
Every week.
We're gonna start them back up. We were doing them in the fall last year, somewhat regularly, and then this year, early on, we kind of we're refocusing on things and trying to get ready for this next phase. But we just started them. We're gonna try to do them every week on Wednesdays. So definitely tune in for that. And then eventually we'll probably take them onto like spaces so that anybody could listen in. But right now we're just doing them in the community, and then if you miss it, we record them and we have a channel set up so that you can actually listen to the audio files for that. Also real quick, I do want to shout out somebody. My partner in crime right now is Rob, Decentralized Rob, as he's known on X, but he's from DePin Connect. He actually is one of the original guys that helped us set up the Discord in the community, and he's really big into DePin. He's so bullish on it. And he's pretty, I mean, when it comes to DePin, he's kind of a slut, you know, he's worked with a lot of different DePin companies, and that's the kind of guy that I like. So, you know what I mean? Like, he knows a lot of people in the industry, and he's really, like, he has good energy for this. And so he's kind of my right-hand man right now.
Nice.
And so I want to give him a shout out too, because he's been really helpful with this like next phase, and there's a lot of things that he adds value to. So shout out to Rob. If you don't know him, it's Decentralized Rob on X, and I'm sure if you come into Discord you'll see him, because he's a chatty Cathy sometimes, which is nice because I'm kind of quiet. So yeah, shout out to him.
Poor Roz. What about me, Tim?
Oh, we love you, Roz. I don't even have to, no words, just emotions there. I don't even have to say it. You know?
Do you want Tim to call you a DePin slut too, Roz?
Roz is more like a DePin dominatrix.
Well, he's not a woman, so DePin.
Well, whatever the guy version of that is, that's what he is.
Yeah, that's why we call him Sir, guys.
Yeah,
It's not to be cheeky, it's to save our cheeks.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So if for those that are curious, yeah, check out dePioneers.com. There's a lot of good info there. Oh, by the way, dePioneers, we're redoing the website also. I'm actually working with the web designer right now, and it's been kind of a process, but we're really getting close. And this new website, I think, is going to be great. It's really going to emphasize like our next phase, supporting DePin projects. We also have been batting around this idea about a DePin roundtable where we can collaborate with DePin projects and really have a entertainment space for, not just us hosting like a live stream like this, but like a collective basically where all these DePin projects come together and we all help promote each other's brands and products and talk about things and platforms. And it's just going to be a fun thing. So we're going to revamp this website to, like I said, to focus on DePin this next phase, but also we want to start creating content and make it really interesting and kind of help onboard the next users and make it educational, but fun as well, like unboxing videos for DePin hardware and things like that. So that's something to look forward to. So check it out right now. This is the old website, but there's still a lot of good information, a lot that you can learn from there. And then hopefully in the next week or two, we'll start like rolling out this new website, and we'll do small iterations, keep adding new features, keep things interesting, and keep things growing. So that's also something to look forward to.
Speaking of features or things you can do with your kitty, staking.
Yeah, stake
your cat.
Definitely stake your cat and earn that UPT soul and UPT.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
I'm curious who else in the chat's got a cat. Raise your paws. Put your paws up. I have one. I have my kitty. Yeah. So and who's staking? Put your paw up.
Make biscuits.
Make biscuits.
Make it biscuits, like guys. Make it biscuits.
Guys, let's the posse make biscuits. We're turning into a full-on baking factory. That's really exciting.
Right. We're cooking.
We're cooking. That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tim. Okay. So I'm sorry. I missed it again. So it's every Wednesday at what time again?
It's I believe it's 6 p.m. UTC. I'm so bad with the conversions, but I know it's like 11 PDT Pacific time. But I believe that converts to like 6 p.m. UTC.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. All right. So check in next week, and who's our regular on that with you? Is it Rob? And I see Sasha was on the call. Well, I listened in. I don't know if Sasha was on the. You see Sasha on there?
Yes. Well, Sasha, not to call him out, but he missed his last one. No, but he told me he couldn't make it. No. Right now, just Rob and I. But like we've had some community members come in for the last two, and so also it's not like us just leading the talk. Like we might have a topic, but it's more like working sessions. So we let everyone chat. So this is a really good opportunity for you guys with any ideas to share those ideas, but also a good time for you just to like get to know each other and make friends. So come in. Like I said, it's not like an official thing where I'm just speaking on behalf of everyone. It's like a working session where everyone's allowed to contribute their ideas and work towards the bigger goal.
Great.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there next week.
Awesome.
Jesse, you there next week? Chris? That's rolling deep.
Yep. Sounds good.
Let's keep up again. We roll deep. All right.
Cool.
Well,
Awesome.
guys, I think that anything else with anything else to share on? Let me see if I can bring Chris back on. Anything else to share on UpRock? I mean, on dePioneers? Is that's good because I think that's all we covered.
I think we covered most of it. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it. Okay,
Cool.
guys. Well, I think, yeah, we went through everything. We did it, and we're gonna have to figure this out because now we're a little over an hour. I thought we were gonna be done so fast, but and then
see how fast you get done when I don't talk very much.
we're still over the hour. We actually were thinking we're gonna start making these we're playing around with maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. It seems to be that actually the longer that we talk, the more that you guys tune in. So more people tune in. So I don't know. Let's see. We're playing around with it, but okay, we're at an hour and a quarter this time.
The longer we talk, the more people tune in, which is fascinating. But
Christopher, people really love your sensei insights.
yeah, that's true.
True. But unfortunately, that was not in the fiber today.
Not a lot today with that. No.
I'm actually surprised that the Starlink is not working well. This is the second, third time he tried a Starlink, and I've just seen so many good reviews for it. So it's a little disappointing that Starlink's not working for you because you tried this on the live stream 2 or 3 times now, and it's just not good yet or something. I don't know.
I think.
Oh God! Oh God! I've actually had so much anxiety and FOMO from this call because every time I think I'm gonna just get some gems from Chris, it just stops. So now I have to go into Slack later and be like, "Hey, what were you gonna say, man? What were you gonna say?"
Yeah. Now I have to read it.
Tell me, what were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know.
I swear to God, if he says I don't remember, it's like, oh, what do you mean I don't remember? I'm like, oh, I swear to God.
Well, we have the recordings. I think I know where Christopher is. I recognize that tree. It's a place where it's not good internet. Okay, guys. Well, I think maybe let's see. What did Rachel say here, Chris? We missed about 4 of your conclusions. I missed the teaching moments. Yeah, Yoda, sort it out for next week. All right, that's an order, Chris.
Okay.
I guess we'll just sign off now without Chris. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us every week. We are always so happy to see you here, and we will see you next week. And thank you, Tim, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, the outro.
You got to wait a couple seconds because it chops up our voice.
There you go.
Hopefully it's working now.
That's good.
Right.
Anyway, so Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, tune in to the dePioneers call. If you're a holder, if you got a kitty, go to the dePioneers Discord and tune in next week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. UTC and hear from the posse. Tim, you're awesome. Tamia, Jesse, you're awesome too. Christopher, we love you as well, and we miss seeing your face here.
And again, go to prism.uprock.com, guys.
Do it.
Prism.uprock.com, uprock.com, dePioneers.com.
Thank you for all tuning in. All right, bye.
Bye.
Saranghae.
Saranghae.